Hello guys, this is KTV Vlogs or TPC Production here, as I'm back doing a new video today for you guys. And of course, as in this video today, we'll be talking about the Tekken 8 game. I know already did a video talking about Tekken 8, as my thoughts. In that video. I was talking about how the Tekken games were and stuff, and talk about how in my own opinion, I think Tekken 8 will not be a good game. So that's what I did in that video. I was explaining how the history of how the Tekken games were, and basically my history, how I got into Tekken. So watch that video. But in this one, we'll be talking about Tekken 8. Of course, as the previous video I did, I was talking about Tekken 4. So check out that video as well. And yeah, so let's get started. So actually, give you guys a brief history how I kind of found out about Tekken 8 in reality. Of course, is that the trailer was announced, of course, of last year, and when I watched it, as I was thinking, because the first video it was for just PlayStation. It was a PlayStation video trailer. So when I watched that trailer, as I realized as in that trailer, as they were doing some of their moves that they were doing in the previous games, like Electric Wind God Fist and some of the combos they originally do in the previous games. And so I realized when the trailer ended, as just to some people, they thought this game would have been for the PS4 as well and PS5. Because remember last year, like I think God of War, God of War, Ragnarok, and Horizon, the Horizon game, were both for PS4 and PS5. Because a couple months ago, I saw the God of War, Ragnarok bundle with the PS5 at my local Walmart, and then I saw the Horizon one, including the regular PlayStation 5 console. Fun fact, as of right now, I don't see no PS5s in the store. I still see the PS4s, but I don't see the PS5s at all. So that's crazy. I guess all them crazy people finally trying to get their PlayStation 5s now. But anyway, actually, as I thought when I saw this trailer, I was thinking, would it been? It could have been for the PS4 as well. And as of months after that, when they start showing the story trailer and all that stuff, it was as it showed what consoles it would be for. So it was going to be for the PS5, Xbox Series S or X, and I think is it Steam? I think it's Steam, and that kind of made me wonder why didn't they not include it on the PS4 if Street Fighter 6 is going to be for the PS4 and the PS5. So as I'm thinking, why is Tekken 8 not for the PS4? And it's just some people they will say, "Oh, it's next gen graphics." I'm like, well, in reality, the game still looks just like Tekken 7, so it's not really nothing different. It's not different at all. They still look the same. Kai's still looks the same, like I always know, and Jin still looks the same. Even Jun still looks the same, and Asuka, Shayu. But as to all the other characters like Paul, King, well, King still look the same. Laws, they try and make him look more like Bruce Lee. And a lot of people were hating on Paul because he actually has his hair down. And originally, if we remember, Paul had long hair, even though he did have that hairstyle in in Tekken 4. I don't get why people hate that. That's probably why they hated Tekken 4. And then you realize the people that hated Tekken 4 are the stupid people that's playing Tekken 7. And they pick Paul and play with him. But you hated Tekken 4 Paul because how strong they were. Because if you, that's how I realized that's what I talked about in that other video. I was talking about how the characters were strong and OP, and when they did 6, they nerfed them and made them weaker, and that's what they did. So that would bother me because when you see those guys that make all those trailer reactions, they're so fake about it. All of them are. You praise this game, and then when it comes out and when it be playable and everything like that, it probably, like, to me, it's not going to be that special because it's just there. I mean, all last year, no, 2 years ago, well, no, 3 years ago, 2020, we want Tekken 8. We want Tekken 8. I mean, Main said the same thing. I want Tekken 8. I want to create a new tier list for Tekken 7 and then make one for Tekken 8. I mean, completely. Like, they begging for this game. And when they throw it out at you and you slap it in your face, then you be like, oh my god! Oh my god, Jin looks so amazing! And you be like, really? There's nothing new. So, let's let's start with this. Okay, like I said a while ago, I saw this trailer last year. Didn't really care for it really, cause I wasn't hyped for it at all. Like, that's just some people. Oh my god! Oh my god! They're so powerful. Like, what? They're not doing anything new. Okay, like I said, I kind of thought this game would have been for the PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5. Cause it would have been nice if it was, but I guess it won't be. So, gameplay. So as I realize, as the the moves that the characters are doing, like, uh let's start with Jin. I you know I'm gonna start with him first. Okay, there's a new mechanic in the game called the heat system, and as this mechanic is kind of like the rage art. In some cases, I thought they were the same thing because I was kind of like, what, the heat system, rage art, rage drive, all those. I was like, aren't they the same? Because, like, see, the confusion they try to make you, like, see, because when they did like the rage thing in Tekken 6, because 5 did not have none of this stuff, and 6, they when they have like half of health left, and they actually get they damage increase, and it makes them stronger for until you try to beat them and stuff. Cause it was kind of the same way in Tekken 6. Cause I remember, like, in it's a scenario campaign in Tekken 6, like, if you try to fight Double Jin, See, the easy way to beat the game is get the gun and shoot him off the game, shoot him off the train, and do all of that. But I try to fight him head on. That's what I try to do. It's kind of it gives you the challenge increase because the more time you fight him head on, you'll get more treasure chests instead of even though you got all those ugly gargoyles coming out every 5 to 10 seconds or so. But sometimes I let Elisa fight Devil Jin while I fight those ugly gargoyles. And meanwhile, while she be fighting him, I be getting a lot of treasure chests and stuff. So that's how I remember that. The easiest character to beat him with in Scenario campaign, I say it would be Kaizawa and himself, Devil Jin himself. Or Jin himself. Yeah, Jin. Regular Jin. And Elisa. And Julia. Oh, and Oscar. So there's a lot of characters you can beat him with easily that you are the best players to use. And but as of that, the rage, that's where it started from. It was Tekken 6, even though a lot of people bashed on Tekken 6 and Tekken Tag 2 and all that stuff. And I'm thinking, like, how y'all hate on those games, but you praise Tekken 7. Then, when they added this in this game, it's nothing different or new because it's from the previous games before it. So when they did it in 7, see the little rage art thing in 7 was basically they try to be like Street Fighter, as you know, try to be like the fighting game that paved the way for it, and Mortal Kombat. Because see, Mortal Kombat tried to do that, and X-Ray and all that stuff and all that, but it's the same format. They was trying to be like that because like Killer Instinct was not trying to be like that, but it was trying to be different than those games. Because like according to that, like in that game, what was it? Instinct meter, like it gives them extra moves they can do. Like they can throw projectiles or got energy or power buff or anything like that, like make them stronger and do all that stuff. And you know, that's what they was trying to do in this game. It was trying to be like Street Fighter. And that's all Tekken 7 was trying to be. And this game will be the same way. And it's kind of weird, okay? Actually, as it is beginning of May, and tech technically, as in like in the next month or so, Street Fighter 6 will be coming out. So it's kind of weird how when everybody was all hyping, excited over all those trailers they were releasing, they probably realized like why did they do all of this? You know, in the fact that they did all of this because they know in the fact if you already have another game coming out, and Street Fighter is part of Bandai Namco, right? This game could have been for the PS4, like I said a while ago. That's why I was thinking like this game should have been for the PS4 too. If Street Fighter 6 is going to be for the PS4 and PS5, and that's why I was thinking for Tekken 8, is it going to be for the PS4 as well? So yes, that makes it confusing because it is weird. I mean, like I wasn't hyped for this game at all because like 7, basically, like I said in that first video, 7 kind of despised me to not play it no more. That kind of makes sense. And that's why I prefer to go back and play Tekken 6 or Tekken Tag, the first one or the second one. And of course, I always loved Tekken 5, always. And Tekken 4 was a great game as well. A lot of people bashed on that, saying it's unbalanced and all that stuff. And I actually like how they play in Tekken 4. I mean, like they were strong, powerful, and their moves were good, and that's how the character's supposed to be. Not you took away this move that made him so strong and made him so nerfed. You gave double gen moves from another character that you didn't put in the game. Then you took away Heihachi's twin pistons that made him so strong in the previous games. Uh, I mean, like a lot of characters, like all the characters that were in those games, like Tekken 3, Tekken 4, and 5, were all powerful. When they did 6, all the characters were nerfed. Like the moves were not connecting and all that stuff. And that's why the reason why I always say to me Tekken 6 was the last good Tekken game to play. And it actually was. And Tag 2 was still good too because I mean like it had all the characters in the game, but to be honest, those two games are the last two good Tekken games to play. And to me, 7 is not a good game. It isn't. I mean, like, because during that, what was, okay, 2015, right? So, MKX came out, right? And of course, Killer Instinct was still being developed by Microsoft because it was Iron Galaxy. Then Street Fighter 5 was keeping a lot of new characters and stuff. So, Tekken 7, even though the only reason how it got a lot of sales and crap because the whole fighting game community started to be created at the time. So when the fighting game community started being created by these guys that you watching today, like Main and Maximilian, all those different guys, they all did that because they tried to fit in to something that we used to like. I like Killer Instinct. I did before Tekken. Killer Instinct was my favorite game. The first Tekken game that I played was Tekken 3. So when I realized that these guys were not around at the time when these games were out during those years, like the 90s, then 2000s. I mean, like, well, YouTube was not a thing back then. So, in reality, yeah, none of that never happened until '05 when they create YouTube. So, these guys were never around when they made Tekken 4, Tekken 5, and Tekken 6. And 6, I don't think 6 had a lot of tournaments because that's why I said they bashed on them. And then Tag 2 as well. So it's kind of strange how Tekken 7 got a lot of tournaments, and we did a lot of tournaments, give away all this money, and we created the Tekken community. I created the Tekken community. No, you didn't. So in reality, that's what they did. That's what they all say. Like, I created the community. No, you didn't. Oh shit! I like it when I kind of expose the truth because it's true. I mean, because I think okay, Killer Instinct is the reason why they create the whole tournament thing. So as I realized that if it wasn't for Killer Instinct, the whole tournament thing, because I don't know if MK9 start doing the tournament thing when they came out with Killer Instinct, I think, because 2013 is when they made Injustice One. They made Injustice One, so MK9 did not start making no tournaments until the release of after. when Injustice got released in 2013, and then KI came out in 2013, MKX came out 2015. So KI is basically the reason why they create the tournaments, all the Evo combo breaker tournaments and all that, the cups tournaments and all that stuff. Killer Instinct is the reason why you still see Tekken. You start seeing Tekken tournaments and all that stuff. So they sitting here saying they created the community and they really didn't. It was another fighting game franchise that did that. Wow. Yeah, y'all believe Main is the reason why Tekken is still what it is today? No. He's the reason why the Tekken game is horrible. I mean, he was telling the developers, make their moves, can you nerf they punching? Can you nerf they kicks? Because they frame data? And that's basically what we're gonna be talking about now, is how the players play. So like I said a while ago, um like how the characters will move and how they will play. So far as I see it, I don't know how they're going to do it because as you see, they're not doing like the combos they did in the previous games. Like Jin's not doing his Savage Sword. I didn't really see it that much. I didn't really see. I mean, he's doing different stuff, and he's doing Devil Jin's flip kick move. He flies up in the air and stuff, and he's doing his low move he do like Hachi. So I don't like the gameplay. Looks like some moves are there, but they like mixed up together. Like they all twisted. Like it's something different, and it's not the original. Even though as some people were complaining like, oh, I hate how they still play the same but they did in the previous games. Because if you realize, like throughout the years, Tekken, the characters in Tekken always still played the same. Actually, like another example, like Jin. The best Jin is Tekken 3, and I kind of see why. Yeah, in my eyes, when I play with Double Jin, I like Double Jin more than I like the regular Jin. In the games after that, like Tekken 5 and 6, because he still had the original moves from Jin from Tekken 3. So like laser cannon, the shoot the works combo, 3 ring circus. What made me mad about Tekken 7? This is the real reason why I stopped playing Tekken 7. The what made me so mad about it, they took away my favorite combo that I always do with Jin. It's his Hell Scraper combo. I love that combo so much. That's my favorite combo. It's the original combo from Jin in Tekken 3. Took that away. That what made me mad. That's why I stopped. That's why I did not continue playing Tekken 7. None of that. I only played it once. Even though I just bought a PlayStation 4, I would never play Tekken 7. So that was the whole point why I did not continue playing that game. And what made, well, another thing, I hate that you have to buy characters. That's stupid as fuck. That that right there was the point. Why would I do that shit? I mean, like DLC, like back in the day, it was better than what it is right now. But me paying for an old character, no. I mean, like even though MK11, like Melina, Rain, Rambo, or Shang Tsung and all that, like at least I bought the bundle for I think it was on sale, and so I managed to get that for a good price with all the characters and stuff. But me paying $6 for Julia? Well, one character, okay, but I shouldn't be paying for Julia, and that's the whole reason why I stopped playing Tekken 7. I mean, like, you take away combos that made him good, and especially remember all his what he had what 7 combos, 7 combos, original combos that he did in Tekken 3, 7 combos, good combos to do. I mean, completely easy. And the last game that you can do all of that was Tekken Tag 2 and Tekken 6. So you took away all those good combos of Jin, Double Jin, and made them weaker. I mean, like, yeah, that was the real reason why I stopped playing Tekken 7. I mean, completely. So, like, seeing that what happened to Jin throughout those games, like 4, you got Tekken 4, he didn't have none of that stuff. Only thing that saved him was the laser cannon combo, and he still had his spin kick, the back, the forward kick, the the, the 4X kick, and 5. They tried to get him extra moves, but most of his moves were not good. Then 6, they actually gave him a couple of good moves, like the kid X square circle combo, uh, the back triangle square combo, and uh, like his me and Sharon strike stance. Some of the moves that he originally did, like he had his punch move, he did like the quick punch move, he like stuns you. That like they separate that from that move, and they separate the he do that, and he's supposed to do his spin kick that Jin does, the powerful kick he do, and all of that I think. But in 6, he had extra moves that he can really do and do all that stuff, so he can still do some of those moves from 5 and 6. And they gave him extra other stuff in Tag 2, and of course some of it was in 7. But when they took away a lot of good moves from all the other characters, like I said, Double Jin, all that, I mean, horrible, wrong, so bad. And you praise the fact they do that, and you expect me to do all those sample combos that I really don't care for, and you took away a good combo that I always do that actually was strong. I mean, because I think it's 80%. Yeah, I think it's 80% when you do that full comp, the late Hell Scraper. I mean, really? Because that was his strongest combo. That whole combo. I mean, like they realized that, and the one that supported it was Maine, because he knowing the fact that okay, he praised Jen a lot because he do, but he support the fact that they should nerf the characters, but I don't think they should, and that's why they did all of that. Well, he wasn't around during the Tekken 6 time, so I know he wasn't. He probably made a couple of videos on Tekken 6, but as I realized, he did not create Tekken 7 community, because in reality, it only got created because of another fighting game franchise, Killer Instinct. So that's the only reason why Tekken 7 was at tournaments and all that stuff, because one gaming franchise sparked the whole tournament thing for combo breaker and all that stuff. So I know. All right, so like I said, like I as I look at that gameplay, it's not really. It's like it's all twisted. Like, because when I looked at Asuka's gameplay, it's like, okay, I don't see her doing any of those cool moves that I always do with her in the previous game, like the her low hit move and the it's the same as Devil. It's same as Devil Jin's combo, like the uh whole press square and circle together and uh X that holds press square circle together and do the kick part at the end and all that stuff. It's still the same. But as I realized that, like all they moves, they feel different and they twisted all of them up. Cause like who was it? I don't know if it was. I don't. I think it was Lars. It was Lars, and I think it was Lars and Nina that was they moves they feel twisted all up. They all feel twisted. Like they're not doing like the moves that I remember them doing. Like eh, but it was so like when I saw Nina holding two guns, I'm like, what the hell? She ain't Joanne the Dark. And that's what I believe is what they was trying to make her be like. Like she was Joanne the Dark from Perfect Dark. That what I believe they was trying, or that other character from the other series, another gaming series. It's the same. It's the same game model. It looks like Nina. I forgot that game. It's not in my head right now, but I remember it. It looked like it's like another game, but I kind of think that's probably where Nina came from. But I can't remember it right now, so uh, it might come back to me later. Uh, Later on, maybe after I'm done recording this video. So, but yeah, seeing her shooting guns and all that stuff, like, what the? I mean, like, I was like, what? But yeah. So like, yeah, like as I see the gameplay is, it feels weird and feels twisted, and I already can tell it's not gonna be good. I already know. So, frame data. Actually, this crap always gets on my nerves every time I talk about this mess. Like, frame data is the stupidest shit I ever heard and ever saw out of these stupid mouths of these so-called pro Tekken players. Frame data does not rely on you to fight. It really doesn't, because you should be able to hit the opponent if you're that damn close to them. I mean, like completely. And there's no block button you press. You have to hold back or hold forward or hold back to block the moves and shit. But as I realized that in throughout all the Tekken games, frame data got messed up after Tekken 5. If you realize that the frame data in those games like uh 5, 4, and 3, you can easily do any good moves with those characters and be able to beat the opponent. So when you play 6, is another story because it, they punching don't connect. Like for another good example, Devil Jin's punching, his square triangle punching in Tekken 6 is messed up because he's punching like the Angel character that's supposed to have been in the game. So, like I said, Angel was supposed to have been in Tekken 6 along. with the game and during that time. So it's part of the reason why she was not there, but he's doing mostly her moves that she did, like the flying up in the air. I know the flying up in the air and doing the laser, that I always know that's from the Devil character too. And Angel did it in those games, and Tekken Tag 1, and all those games. But like Devil Jin was punching like her in Tekken 6. So those moves don't connect that well with the characters at all. It don't even punch them, like fully punch them. That's like it's whiffs. Because when he's punching, it's like it don't hit, it don't connect at all. And it's kind of weird. That's why I was like, why the hell he ain't punching him? And I'm pressing the right button, and like it don't connect at all. Another good example too is that the Jin combo that Jin does, his little Kazama style combo. I don't like that movie at all either. I mean, it don't connect really. It really doesn't. I mean, like he has another one that he do a kick, and it's supposed to connect all the buttons too, but it don't really do anything. It's messed up, and it's kind of weird how the hell you still have that in his move list and it don't connect that well. But Jin's OP. He's very OP. No, he's not, because those moves should work properly. So me seeing Devil Jin moves whiffing, don't connect, and nerfed, because Devil Jin was OP in Tekken 5. If you fought him as the sub boss in the arcade sword thing, all that in Tekken 5, he was OP. I mean, if he do his whole combo on you, it's over completely. I hate when he laughs at me when I lose. But yeah, Devil Jin was OP in Tekken 5. That kind of makes sense why he's so weak in 6, because they nerfed him, because he was so strong. Because that last game, basically everybody was powerful. Like, all the characters were great and strong, OP, everything. When they did 6, everybody's nerfed. 7, took away moves, did all of that, nerfed him down again. So that's what they did. And that's the moves that you see him doing in 7. All that is from Angel, the Angel character that's supposed to have been in Tekken 6. Because she originally would have been in Tekken 6. Like, I don't know how that will feel with how moving would be for this game. But as I see of it, the frame data, I mean, like, it depends on how you move. It depends on how you fight. Zoning, backing up, forward, going backwards, sidestep. As some people are crying about, are we going to see sidestep return? I don't know. Probably will. But as I'm seeing of it, it probably already happened. I saw actually a couple of weeks ago, I think Maximilian and Maine actually went and played this damn game. And it's kind of how funny is that they already uploading videos of them playing this and talking about how they were playing this game and all that stuff. So you see, guys, when you already have someone already playing the game before you do, you realize this game ain't gonna be good because you're already telling how the game plays and how the game moves and all that stuff and how they do their combos, how they do this, how they do that. I mean, that ruins someone else who wants to play this game. And in reality, I wouldn't care at all after that. When you said, oh, the Jim plays like this. Jin's so OP. Jin moves are great. I did a whole good combo with him. It was amazing. I mean, like completely, like. But yes, that's why I was talking about the frame data. It depends on how you play. It don't depend on how you think in your head how the statics are when you change the data frames on the game. Because that's the dumbest shit I ever heard. So stupid. Alright, the final part of this video, the story. So as throughout the whole history of Tekken, this whole story of Tekken ever since the beginning. I mean like completely it changed after five. Reality it did. It kinda did. Basically this whole fighting game series became is basically a family feud. Family fighting against each other. So like when I always thought when you okay like Jinpachi, I always thought like Jinpachi was like okay, Jinpachi didn't throw Hihachi off the cliff. Did he survive? I mean like I didn't see none of that in those games. But but like as I'm thinking of it, like did that happen? But I don't think it did. So like seeing the story, how the story went progress, like okay, Tekken 1 and 2, Kaizua and Heihachi were in those two games. So Heihachi threw Kaizua off the cliff, and we thought Kaizua was dead. Throughout, as you play Tekken 3, he's not even in Tekken 3. So, of course, they introduced Jin because Jun was not in Tekken 3, was she? No, Jun was not even in Tekken 3. She was in Tekken 2. So, Jin introduced in Tekken 3. Of course, he has the devil gene inside of him as well. Then, of course, it finds out in Tekken 4 that that Kaizua was still alive. Kind of surprisingly survived. Kaizua was still alive. And basically, the whole family feud thing in Tekken 4. Of course, you have Jin fighting both Kaizua and Heihachi. And Tekken 5, uh, Jinpachi was up under the stage the whole fucking time. I was like, what the fuck? like, I mean, like, the story, it don't really, I mean, like, the whole thing, Family Feud. Okay, Tekken 5. Kaizua basically betrayed Heihachi, and we all thought Heihachi was dead. Then basically Jin defeats Jinpachi and took over the Mishima Sabatsu and did a whole World War III. Basically, kind of reminds me of what happened in Ukraine. And basically, the whole story of that is that Jin wants to destroy a monster that has the same energy and power like him. That didn't really happen, really. And so I'm thinking Safina actually has the power as Azrael. I think Safina has his power because she actually has the orb that he had. So it's kind of weird. She actually has his power. Okay, Tekken 7. Story was completely dumb. Okay, they find out Heihachi was married, he had a wife, and his wife was evil. She was corrupted, just like, of course, she has a devil gene thing as well. So she married him and find out that she's related to Akuma. Kind of ironically, Street Fighter's in the mix of this. And she tries to kill Heihachi, but Heihachi kills her. And then the whole story of this Mishima saga is basically a family feud. Instead, take Jin out the take Jin out of the context of this whole game. He basically was sleeping throughout the whole fucking. I'm sorry, throughout the whole freaking Tekken 7 game. Technically, that's what he was doing. I'm like, what? Well, my family members played this game. uh, they played this story mode and all that because I only played the game once. I only played it once, and he took him out of the context. He just sleeping. I mean, completely sleeping for the whole fucking story. And it's basically Heihachi versus Kaizo. I mean, like, you had Lars there. He went to, or I guess, where Egypt, where they found Jin, and Nina was trying to kidnap Jin and all that stuff, and that didn't work, and all that stuff. And I mean, it was like, what the hell is going on? And then, of course, they had Akuma fighting Kaizoa and all of that stuff, and I'm thinking in my head, like, what the hell is it? What the hell is going on? And then, uh, okay, final battle at the volcano and all that shit. I mean, like, yeah, the fighting was good in the story mode, but it felt so okay. It's a family feud. It's basically they tried to repeat Tekken 2, and that's what they was trying to do. That's what I think they was trying to do in 7. They trying to say seven's the masterpiece. It was a great game because it had Kaizo and Hachi on the cover of the game. It's not going to be good, even though as I look at all the other covers of Tekken, my favorite Tekken cover I have to say is Tekken 4. I like that picture. He has Jin with the hood on, and have Hihachi's face, uh, and Kaizo's face, like they're like in the clearing, like you can't really see their face all the way, but they're actually there. I like that picture, and Tekken 5's picture always is cool too. You have Jin on the cover and Asuka and Raven on the cover. Then and 6 cover is cool too because I like they had Kaizua right in the middle and got Jin on his side, Nina and Heihachi, and you had King. I mean, they put the classic characters on the cover of that game, but King did not have nothing to do with the whole story mode. And Nina was helping Jin in Tekken 6. And so Kaizua was G Corporation, and Heihachi was just sitting around training in Tekken 6. I mean, completely. And then everybody, oh, I thought he was dead. If he was dead, why would he be playable in Tekken 5? You're playing as Heihachi, aren't you? So as you see, of course, like that story mode 7 was so bad. I mean, completely. And you can't say 6 was horrible. 6 made sense what was going on, even though all the other characters in the game, like in that game, all the characters were there. like Bacon-san, Bruce, Christy, Anna, Wang, Yoshimitsu, Shai. All those characters were in six. Even though you had new characters in there too, like okay, new characters in six were Bob, Miguel, Leo, Lily, Dragonoff. Uh, what's the other character? I think that was it. Um, yeah, so there was only a couple of new characters in six, but most of those characters now have a lot in the story. As besides only one character that was Leo, and of course you got Lars and Elisa, so you can't forget about them. Not Leo, Lily. Lily was only the beginning of the story mode. So yeah, so she really did not have a big part of in the game of Tekken 6, even though and she was in the intro of Tekken 6. They didn't have a big part. Asuka either. They were just there. Uh, I didn't see Paul Phoenix going to save the world fighting against Jin. I didn't see Brian Fury do it. I mean, like, I completely. So they they didn't focus fully on the story, but even though six story modes scenario campaign, I actually liked the mode. I mean, it was basically had the whole feeling of Tekken 4, and that kind of to me why I say six was the last good game to play, and Tag Two is the same way, and yeah, so I enjoyed it. I mean, like I didn't hate Tag Two or Tekken 6. They were fun. I mean, I have more fun playing those two games than seven. I mean, what can you do in seven instead of just playing those modes, playing against these top pro players on the internet, and they over here doing one special move, rage art, and beat you completely, and like that's not fun. Stupid. So as I'm seeing the story as what I see in eight right now, Jun returning, is she going to help Jin stop Kaizua? As I'm seeing Lars telling Jin, "You need to save the world, Jin," like all that, and I don't know. That's what I'm trying to figure out myself. Because as so far as I see of it, I don't see what they're gonna be doing with the story, how the characters will do in the story, who will be in the story mode. Are they gonna be new characters? I don't know. So we don't really know. So I don't know what characters will appear in the story mode or whatever like that. Is Oscar gonna have a big part in the story? Is any of them? Or Nina? I don't know. So we just have to brainstorm and see what happens. But so far as you see, Maine and Maximilian, they already playing this game and all that stuff, and I mean, like completely, like you're just basically gonna make it uh less to play. Basically, the people that want to play Tekken 8, they won't be excited for it, and that's what will happen. And that's why I believe that that's what's going to happen for this game because I wasn't excited at all for this game at all. That trailer, like I was like, yeah, I'm thinking, is it going to be on the PS4? And when they start releasing those trailers, it's just going to be PS5 and Xbox Series, and so in reality, I'm not gonna be caring for it. So, like I said earlier, Seven basically told me not to really care for Tekken. I mean, story didn't make no sense, but I realized what the story's about. I mean, Family Feud. I mean, completely. I know. You want revenge against your father, then you got your revenge. Now you want to fight against your son. So what's the difference? Family Feud. Oh, shit. Like, I mean, completely. I don't know. I That movie that came out years ago during Tekken 6, the is it Blood Rebel? Is it Blood Vengeance? I think it was that. I know Tekken 6 is called Blood Rebellion. Uh I think it was Tekken. Yeah, it was that film. And Jin fights Heihachi and Kaizo, and he beats both of them and killed them. So, are they taking ideas from that and trying to make it in these games now? Like, well, six did not have that because Jin had different endings in Tekken 6. Like, he fought Kaizo, he fought Heihachi. Kaizo had an ending, he was fighting uh, Devil Jin, and Heihachi's ending was they was in space. He had spacesuits on. He was trying to throw him out to the space and make him burn, like crash on Earth or so. But I don't know, because that's what I'm thinking how the story would be. Because how Seven was with Tech with okay, Kaisua kills Heihachi, and now Jin has to kill Kaisua. Maybe I'm right. I'm probably am. I'm probably right because yeah, I watched that movie once, so that's how I try to remember. So yeah, guys. So that's what I believe the story will be. I don't think the story will be good at all. I think it won't be good because it, I mean, like I don't know what they're thinking. So like I said, the gameplay is all twisted. It's weird. Uh, I mean, like I don't know what they're trying to do with this game. I really don't know. So guys, I hope you guys enjoy this discussion of me talking about Tekken 8. You know, throwing little hints and stuff there, what I kind of think what will happen. Probably some of the stuff I talked about in this video, it probably be true. So yeah. So hope you guys enjoy this one. It was 1 hour now. So like, comment, subscribe, and share. This ain't no hate video of me hating on Tekken 8. It's basically my thoughts and my opinion on this game. That first video, it was I was talking about, as I said, how the characters used to play and all that stuff. And basically, when I first looked at Tekken 8, I didn't care for the game at all. I really didn't. And so, as right now, I still don't really care for it because it's, you know, not exciting. It's not really exciting. So, yeah, so see you guys next time, and peace.